He wanted to keep me a secret, so I made sure everyone knew. The full story of betrayal, double standards, and the moment I decided enough was enough. This isn't just a story about revenge. It's about self-worth, hypocrisy, and the power of refusing to be hidden. Was it petty? Maybe. But when someone cares more about their image than your heart, they deserve to be exposed. Stay tuned because this story has lies, betrayal, and the ultimate moment of karma that left him scrambling to explain himself. The full story, how I refused to be his dirty little secret. The love bombing phase, when everything felt too good to be true. When we first met, he was everything I thought I wanted: charming, attentive, and full of grand declarations. He told me I was different from anyone he'd ever met, that he'd never felt this way before. I fell for it, hard and fast. But looking back, the warning signs were there from the very beginning, subtle at first, then impossible to ignore. He was 6 years younger than me, and while age gaps can work, he made it feel like a problem. He'd say things like, "My friends wouldn't understand," or "In my culture, people might talk." At the time, I told myself he was just being cautious, that he cared about what people thought. But now I see the truth: he cared more about his image than he ever did about me. The first real red flag came when he asked me to be his girlfriend, only to take it back the next day. One night, after months of dating, he looked at me with this intense expression and said, "I want you to be mine." Officially. I was over the moon. But by the next afternoon, he had already backtracked. "I think I moved too fast," he mumbled, avoiding my eyes. "Let's just keep things casual for now." I was crushed, but I swallowed my pride and told myself he just needed time. What I didn't realize was that this was his pattern. He wanted the comfort of a relationship without the accountability. He wanted me when it was convenient, hidden when it wasn't. The secret relationship, when I realized I was just an option. Months later, he asked me out again. This time, he was more persistent, more convincing. "I've thought about it and I really want this," he said. "But there was a catch, a big one. We have to keep it quiet though. My friends wouldn't get it and I don't want drama." At first, I agreed. Maybe he was right. Maybe his friends would judge us. But as time went on, I started noticing the inconsistencies. He had no problem posting pictures with his exes. He'd like and comment on other women's posts, women from his culture, women his age. He'd even flirt openly with them, right in front of me, as if I was just a friend. But when it came to me, nothing. No tags, no mentions, no acknowledgement that I existed in his world. If we ran into someone he knew in public, he'd subtly step away, putting distance between us. If I ever brought it up, he'd get defensive. "You're overthinking it," he'd say. "It's just how I am." The worst part? I believed him. I convinced myself that if I just waited, if I just proved I was understanding, he'd eventually be proud to call me his girlfriend. I was wrong. The trip that shattered the illusion when I saw where I really stood. Everything came crashing down when he went on a trip with his friends, including a girl he had admitted to having feelings for in the past. I wasn't worried at first. I trusted him. But when he came back, my stomach dropped. She had posted multiple pictures of just the two of them, close, intimate shots that looked like couple photos. And he didn't just let it happen, he reposted them. When I confronted him, his excuse was weak. "I didn't tell her to post those," he said, as if that made it better. But if he really didn't want them up, why repost them? Why not ask her to take them down? That's when it hit me. It was never about culture or age. It was about her fitting the image he wanted, and me not fitting it. She was from his country. She was younger. She made him look good in front of his friends. I didn't. The breaking point, when I decided to stop being silent. That moment changed everything. I realized I wasn't just a secret, I was an option. A placeholder. Someone he could keep in the shadows while he pretended to be single for the world. So I made a decision. If he cared more about his reputation than my feelings, then I'd make sure his reputation reflected the truth. I wrote a post, not angry, not emotional, just brutally honest. I laid out everything. How he asked me to be his girlfriend, then took it back. How he wanted to date me, but only in secret. How he had no problem being seen with her, but hid me like something to be ashamed of. Then, I attached a picture of us together, undeniable proof that he wasn't the single, carefree guy he pretended to be. I didn't blast it publicly. I set the privacy so only our mutual friends and my closest circle could see it. I didn't want drama, I just wanted the truth out there. The aftermath, the lies unraveled, and the truth exposed. The reaction was instant. My phone blew up within minutes. Friends' friends were messaging me, not to attack me, but to tell me things I hadn't known. He's been lying about a lot more than just you. I always got weird vibes from him. You deserve so much better. Turns out, I wasn't the only one he'd been manipulating. As for him, he panicked. He tried to spin the story, calling me crazy and obsessive. But the proof was right there in the post, in the picture, in his own actions. Did it end our relationship? Of course. Do I regret it? Not even a little. Because here's the thing, if someone is ashamed of you, they don't deserve you. And if they care more about their image than your heart, they don't deserve anyone. The final lesson, why I'd do it all over again. This wasn't just about revenge. It was about refusing to be someone's secret. It was about realizing my worth and refusing to let someone else dictate it. If you've ever been hidden, lied to, or made to feel like you weren't good enough, this is your sign to walk away. The right person will never make you a secret. And if they do, well, maybe they deserve to be exposed too.